coffee chat here on Niknax.net. For those of you who are over on Facebook and YouTube, we are here on Niknax, and that's what we're talking about today. So my name is Jocelyn, also known as the Crazy Lamp Lady, and I own Niknax.net, which is one of the newest and fastest growing e-commerce marketplaces out there right now. So we have live selling, we have buy it now listings, and we have multi-day auctions. We have over 120,000 listings here on Niknax. We have over 5,300 sellers, and it's a wonderful place to be. We'd love to have you come and hang out with us. This is the website. It's niknax.net. That's how you spell it. We spelled it wrong because everybody spells it wrong anyway. So niknax.net. You're welcome to come on over and hang out with us. And we're going to get started. So today we're talking about our accomplishments, our milestones, our guidelines. Niknax Coffee Chat, that's what we call it. So every Tuesday I get on here and I talk about things. And it is live. So if you're watching the playback and you're like, why is she rambling? It's because it's unedited and I do ramble. And when you see my videos edited, I cut out the rambling. So now you know what it's really like to talk to me in person. Hello. All right, let me get over to YouTube real quick. And I'm going to turn this over to subscribers only. So if you are over on YouTube, you will have had to have been subscribed for 2 years in order to comment, which is more incentive to come on over here to Niknax. I know. That's right. I had to go pick up my car at the shop today, so I swung through the Dunkin'. And I've already drank a whole pot of coffee, so this is probably not my best decision to be like, hey, I think I'm going to go to Dunkin' and get some more. All right, let's see. I should actually probably put it down because I'm shaking a little bit from too much coffee. Okay, let's see. Live. Well, the best part is they tried to put extra sugar in it. I was like, yeah, can you just give me half the normal syrup that you normally put in there? And then they're like, sugar too? And I'm like, no, not sugar too, just half of the syrup and no sugar also, just not sugar. None of that. Thank you. All right, you guys ready? We are now subscribers only over on YouTube. I think we're good to go. Let me pull up our notes. My computer's moving a little slow this morning. We got a lot to talk about today. Okay, here we go. Here we go. All right, so I'm gonna plug this in. Hello. I'm gonna drink a sip of coffee though. Yeah, that's just right. Okay. We currently have 55,434 members. That's 433 new members. So welcome to all of our new members. It's great to have you here on Niknax. If you're new here, I would love to invite you to go and check out our chat channels. They're a little bit harder to find now, especially if you're on the new website. You have to go under community, and there's a little drop down, and then you can go down and find the community chat. I want to invite you to introduce yourself. Let us know a little bit about you, what you collect, what brought you here to Niknax, because that's what Niknax is all about. We like to lean a little heavy on the community side of things, so it's a little bit less about the transactional buy and sell and just we're done, but getting to know one another. I think that's important. So go ahead and introduce yourself. Let us get to know you. We currently have 5,512 sellers. That is 44 new sellers since last week. So welcome to all of our new sellers. I did go through seller applications yesterday, and I will tell you, for those 44 new sellers, I probably went through about 440 applications because nobody likes to answer the questions anymore. But thank you to the 44 of you who did, in fact, fill out your applications. I appreciate you. If you are approved as a seller and you would like to go live, you can go to the onboarding. there's a link under community on the new website. You go under community, and there is, okay, I'll show you because it's hard to find. We'll do a demonstration. Let me turn you guys around. Here's the new website. If you go under community, you can click on it, or you can just do the drop down. Welcome to Niknax live sale onboarding right here. Click on that, and then you have this live sale onboarding. And then you can click on this, and you're good to go. You can schedule your onboarding. Easy peasy. So once you've clicked on that, you can schedule your onboarding. Only approved sellers can go through onboarding and get approved to go live. That's important to know. All right. Let's see. Where was I? I lost my notes. Not my train of thought. Okay. Here we go. Okay. We currently have 121,400 listings. That's a lot of listings. So if you're on the website, you can use that little search bar and search for something you might be looking for. You might find something that you need, or you didn't know you needed, or maybe you just want. It's February. Crazy, I know. It's still really cold. It's really, really cold. It's February, so it is Black History Month. It is Black History Month. It is World Cancer Day as well. So February 4th is Global Awareness Day. You guys know I've been going through that journey with my mom. I think she has, what is today, Tuesday? She has 9 treatments left, which is pretty exciting. So today is Awareness Day. We have today is not Super Bowl Sunday. Super Bowl Sunday is February 8th. That is Super Bowl Sunday. What are we just going through everything that's happening in February? Like, I feel like we're just dating all the Valentine's Day is February 14th. What did you tell? I don't know. I don't remember what you told me. I'm going to just give you guys all the dates for you guys to pull out your calendars, right? Like, get your calendars out. We're going to go through the calendar together, guys. We'll just go through the calendar. And I need you guys to just mark all this down. It is also February 14th is going to be Valentine's Day. President's Day is February 16th. So make sure that you, I'm just kidding. That is a lot. There's a lot happening. I feel like when we get to those days, maybe we'll go over those when we get to. That's a lot. Well, I guess here, hang on. Here we go. You know what today is? Today is National Carrot Cake Day. That's what today is. National Golden Retriever Day. National Women Physicians Day. And Doggy Date Night. There you go. So all of those things. It's chocolate month. Carrot cake. Ashton actually really likes carrot cake. I know, I have no idea. I don't know if there's like a place that you can officially submit like special days. I feel like there should be. Oh, look, there's a National Day calendar. Maybe that's where you submit. I just Googled it. Anyway, so there you go. Every day there's a reason to celebrate. You know what I mean? There's a reason to celebrate every day. All right, let's see. Where were we? Okay. Please hold your questions till the end. Because you guys know I will get easily distracted, and chances are I might answer your questions as I'm going through the notes. Because I do go through a lot. Sometimes I answer questions you didn't even know you had, questions you didn't even really want to ask, So if you do have any questions, I would suggest maybe writing them down, because if you're like me, you might forget them by the time that you get to, by the time I get to the end. Okay, updates this week. We have no updates. Easy. If you have any feature suggestions, I would suggest that you reach out to support at district.net. You can send them your ideas, and they do take them seriously. I think they have like a running list somewhere. It's probably really long. Maybe it's like a spreadsheet or something, but they do take them seriously. So they have a list of feature suggestions. I have to refresh this because I've got like this one video that just is playing over and over again. It's distracting me. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I can zoom in on that. My notes are always so tiny in the screen corner. I don't know if you guys like open your Facebook on your computer and like this little window in the corner. I just realized after how many years have we been doing coffee chat? Like 3 years. I didn't know that. I just figured that out, and I just did the little boop with my fingers, and the notes just got really big in the corner of my screen. And now I don't. You guys have been watching coffee chat for how long? And I'm like, and now I can actually read the notes. So no more squinting. All right. And they keep getting bigger. I was today years old when. Okay. Although now when I scroll up and down, they don't really scroll. So it doesn't work that well. But it works. Okay. Always keep your always keep your app updated. So if you are on the district app using Niknax, make sure to update it. You can do that in your app store, whether you have an Android or you are using your Apple App Store. You got to make sure that you are updated. As a reminder, Android is only being used for sellers at the moment. But if you want to use your Android device for Niknax, you can always use your web browser. But make sure that you are updated. So to do that, you obviously just go to your app store, and if it says update, just click it and you're updated. Easy peasy. And the last update was 3 days ago. So make sure that you got that update. The version is currently 3.3.0 and it has bugs. It does not have bugs. It has improvements to the thing. Just reading what's written. It says bugs and improvements were made, but I think what it means is that improvements were made to any bugs. That's what it says. It says it. Christina, you wrote bugs and improvements. I should read before I, in my head before I say it out loud, I think. Anyway, now I gotta scroll out so I can scroll down. Okay. So I gotta adjust here on my stool. All right, here we go. Don't make me, yeah. Hop on a flight and get on over here to Pennsylvania. All right, who we are. Obviously, I'm Jocelyn, Crazy Lampley. The reason this is being brought up is because I had a sale the other day. Thank you, everyone who joined on Sunday. That was amazing. I was live for 4 hours. That was like a marathon for me. I'm not used to being live for 4 hours. It was kind of wild. I was live for 4 hours and crazy. But I think a lot of people don't realize that I own Niknax. Kind of nuts. So my name is Jocelyn, Crazy Lamp Lady. I own Niknax.net. Some people I think are under the impression that I just sell here, but I also own Niknax. That's why I get on here and I do the coffee chats, not just because I'm like, I'm an expert on Niknax. I'm going to get up here and talk to you guys about it. It's because I actually own it, so I kind of know what I'm talking about. That's me. Christina is my right hand. She helps me run Niknax. She is Moon Sky Vintage, so you see her a lot. She's got the little A shield there for admin, and she helps me run this place. So if you see Moon Sky Vintage, we also got a question: who's Moon Sky? And I was like, how do you not know who Christina is? But Christina helps around here. So that's Christina. She's the voice. You guys hear her referred often as the voice or the voice of God, which I think is blasphemous, but we won't go there. We have moderators. We have Pixie Sticks. Stacy. We have My Flippin' Van Life, Sandy. Jeannie Bird Vintage, Jeannie. Candyland Curiosities, Amanda. Quality Vintage, Sierra. Donna's Doodads, Donna. Totally Flips Vintage, Sam. I know that's confusing, but that is Sam. And Thrifty DIY, Trish. So those are our moderators. If you see them around, you know that they've got the M. And we also have Pete and Logan, which they show up sometimes to help. But they're not super active, but they're around. And also, and then we have assigned moderators, which I think they have assigned moderator. I don't often hop into sales and see assigned moderators, but we do have assigned moderators. So occasionally you'll jump into a sale and you'll see assigned moderators, but those are our Niknax staple moderators. Like they are the universal moderators, so they can go into anyone's sale and they have the power. Moderators and admins. So that's basically the team here. So, let's talk a little bit about speaking of assigning your moderators. So you as a seller here on Niknax, if you're having a live sale, you have the power to assign your seller, your moderators. You as the seller have the power to assign a moderator. That's what I'm trying to say. So if you need help running a sale and like you gotta lock in, you gotta focus, you gotta sell stuff, you can like tag somebody and say, hey, I'm gonna need your help. And they can monitor the chat and make sure, that everybody's living their best life, having a good time, they're engaged. I think that's really the role of a moderator. It's not just to be there to like make sure everyone is behaving themselves, but also to engage and make sure everyone's having a good time. Asking questions, like making sure there's no awkward silences. I feel like that's the role of a moderator, really, is just to make sure that the sale is going smoothly. So our moderators here that we have on Niknax, we have a document, that we're like, okay, do you accept this responsibility? And basically it was like this list of, okay, this is like, if this happens, this is kind of like the protocol that we need you to follow. Like if this happens, there is no protocol, just ban them from the marketplace. So there's like this certain like list of things like, if they did this, like maybe just boot them from the sale, but like, this is pretty bad. They should probably just do. And so, there's certain things that, and I think that as a seller, you should kind of have, before you elect somebody as a moderator, you should kind of have some expectation for that person. So it's really important that they understand our guidelines as Niknax. They understand what the Niknax guidelines are. If they're going to be your moderator, will they assist with answering questions? These are things that you should be asking yourself. Like, can they answer questions about your products? Like, do they know what you're selling? Are they familiar with what you're selling? Will they help keep the good vibes? Absolutely, keeping the good vibes. And will they support your sales? They should treat everyone with respect, remain free of bias, keep the conversations engaging and moving forward, respond to as many questions as possible, avoid spamming and sending repetitive messages in the chat, delete inappropriate content and comments. Moderators are very helpful, especially if you are somebody who casts, to Facebook or YouTube. Super helpful. And if you do cast, I've had a lot of issues in the past with casting to YouTube. That's why I switched it over to subscribe for 2 years in order to comment. So if you are somebody who casts to YouTube or have thought about casting to YouTube, or maybe you've cast to YouTube and you've had all the trolls come in, I can help you switch that over if you need help. But yes, moderators are extremely helpful if you are somebody who is casting. Let me just read through this. Gotta get the gist of it so I can just elaborate and give my own take. Okay, so basically what I'm saying is that if you're going to choose somebody for a moderator, remember that they are a representative of you. And we've talked about this before, is that your moderators represent you. So you want to make sure that whoever you're picking, you know that they're going to be the best representative of you. And that's really, and then they understand the Niknax guidelines. All right. If for any reason somebody needs to be booted from your sale, say there is an issue, and I will tell you, as district grows, here's the thing, like, even though we have our own site now, which has been amazing, like, I'm so excited about our new site, it's incredible, we are still linked to the district main site. So anybody who finds a district, we are still showing up there. So they can go into district, they can see us over there, they can follow. It's like a path. It's like a little expressway, and they're like, "Ooh, what's Niknax?" And they jump on the expressway and they find their way over here. And not all of them are the vibe. And they hop right into one of our shows, and they're not passing the vibe check, and so you may have to boot them. And if that is the case, I would ask that you screenshot it and let us know that somebody did not pass the vibe check. And that way we, as the Niknax team, can make a decision whether to marketplace ban them, suspend their chat abilities, just make sure that the community is safe as a whole from any individuals that have taken that expressway over. Because it's a good thing. It is a good thing that district is growing and becoming more popular, but also, that attracts attention from a lot of people that, potentially get banned from other sites, and they're like, oh, this is an alternative. And then they come over and they're like, I was banned from that other site, but I can find a home here. And you're like, oh, and they're like, oh, what's the biggest marketplace? Oh, it's this one. And then, we have to be like, yeah, but we're actually more strict than that one you got banned from. So this isn't it, that kind of thing. So didn't pass the vibe check. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I got it from Goodwill. This is a Goodwill sweater, and I love it. I actually got it for Juliet, but then I was like, you know what? I don't like this too much. I'm not giving it to you. No, actually, we share clothes now. So she steals my clothes all the time. All right, so I think that's really it about moderators and that whole thing. I'll talk more about attracting attention and all of that when we get to talking about Mr. Beast, because that's going to be a fun conversation. Okay. Oh wow, that was it. Oh, okay. Wait a second. Did I skip something? Okay. I don't see anything on here about. I don't think I have all the notes because I don't see Mr. Beast on here. Oh wait. Oh shoot, I did. I skipped notes. Darn it. Okay. I'm missing notes, I think. Anyway, I can wing it. Okay, so we don't have seller insights anymore. I don't know. I think I might be. I can just make stuff up. So we don't have seller insights anymore. The AI behind the seller insights went a little AWOL over the weekend. And I was like, whoa. And I shut it down. I was like, what is going on? And so I'm like texting Santa, and I'm like, I'm like, can you turn this off? And she's like, you can turn it off. And I was like, how do I do that? And so I went in and I just shut it down because it went haywire. And so I was like, nah. It just started getting mean, and I don't know how. And listen, that's the beginning of the Terminator right there, is when AI starts turning mean. And so it has me concerned a little bit. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. Is like, oh, well, it was nice, and then it wasn't. And so next thing you know, it's very unpredictable. I know. It got Mean Girl scary. I don't know what happened. It had I have no idea. It's scary. I know. I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden the AI got mean, and I'm like, all right, time to shut that down. So Seller Insights is gone. I don't know. You guys know, I'm not a huge fan of AI. So I gave it a chance, and then I was like, I'm done with that. And so we're done with it. Your Alexa's been snarky lately too. I mean, maybe this is the beginning of the end, guys. It's been nice having you here. Um, we'll just ride it out as long as we can, I guess, until Arnold Schwarzenegger shows up, right? Um, oh wait, there is more. I thought so. Okay, so wait a second. Is that it? Hmm. There's still nothing in here about Mr. Beast. No, I'm scared. All right, so I guess I'll just talk about that now. Yeah, so I mean, it's all over the internet. I mean, like it's unavoidable. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. So I don't know who all follows Gary Vee. I know he's not for everyone. Charlene messaged me the other day, and she was like, "Did you see this? Who's Miss? Oh my god! Oh, don't even." This morning, talking to Christina, I'm like, "You don't know who Mr. Beast is?" I just about lost it. He is. Maybe I just know because I'm a content creator and I have kids. There's like a combination there. But he is the most subscribed YouTuber in the world. Yeah, it's Jimmy. Come on, people. But it's not even about like having kids. I mean, like his story about becoming a YouTuber is just it's inspirational. It's really amazing. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to like him, but like his hustle is just crazy. His hustle's crazy. And he's become the most subscribed YouTuber in the world. It's just amazing. It's really, I mean, his hustle is amazing. You have to respect it. And he's gonna be over on the other site. You know, the other one, the one that I'm not a huge fan of. And I guess a lot of people are upset by it, and a lot of people are like, "Oh, that's kind of cool." And I find, I personally, in my opinion, I don't necessarily see it as a good thing. Um, I see it as I don't think I'd want that energy on Niknax, to be honest, because it's another giveaway. It's another ploy to bring over the people that just want handouts, and I just don't see it. It's a gimmick. It's another gimmick, and I don't see it as a good thing. But it's all over the place. They're talking about it everywhere, um, and I mean, that's one thing that we won't. I was talking to Christine about it this morning, and I was like, apparently, if you guys are in the market for a Bob Ross painting, you can get one of the. That's what they're giving. They're giving away a Bob Ross painting, among other things. And I asked Christine, I was like, we need to find some. So if anyone out there just happens to have maybe like a Bob Ross painting they did in the 1970s, that's what I'm asking. I'm asking. And Fragile, I know that you, of anyone here, you might be the one. We might need a Bob Ross painting here. I mean, it doesn't have to be by Bob Ross, but maybe we could like do like an adjacent giveaway and be like, we have a Bob Ross painting here on Niknax to give away. Yeah. But then again, like maybe we don't want to attract that kind of energy. I just like I don't know. I think it's funny. I think it's interesting. The different thought processes there. But I think in the end, I don't think it's going to attract the energy that it needs to. It's going to attract people that are like, oh, what's this? But are they really there to buy? And you know, that's always been our thought process here on Niknax is we want people who show up who are here to buy stuff, not people who are showing up here to get giveaways and get bar boss meetings. So, but anyway, like I was saying, Gary Vee, I don't know who follow. I know he's not for everyone. He swears a lot. He swears a lot, and I know that's some people can't handle that. For me, it's just it is what I can hear between the swear words and listen to the message, but not everybody can do that. But he has been talking a lot about live selling, and it's been really cool to listen to. Really cool to listen to and hear him talking about where it's moving and what it's doing. So if you get a chance to listen to that, it's really cool. Charlene actually sent me a reel the other day, and she's like, "You got to stitch this," and I'm like, I don't think I I don't know how to stitch. I'd have to learn how to stitch things. Yeah, what is a stitch? I'm still figuring. Everyone's like, you must be really technically savvy, because I don't know how to do those things. I'm figuring it out though. So he's been talking a lot about live selling, and it's been really interesting. He even mentioned district the other day, which was cool. He mentioned district. So if you get a chance, you can go check out some of his latest posts. But anyway, I felt it was worth mentioning Mr. Beast because you're probably going to hear about it. And if you haven't heard about Mr. Beast, I mean, you should go. But go look. Don't like go. I mean, his content's pretty cool. But like go look back to his like origin story and stuff because that's what's interesting to me. All right, let's do some event shout outs. Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast is his name. His name is Jimmy. But his channel is Mr. Beast. Yeah. All right, so event shout out. Manic Monday is Mondays with Nana or Vintage and My Petite Vintage Co. every Monday. So you guys should definitely check that out. We have art hangout on Thursdays. Itty Bitty Train is happening on February 7th. So that is 4 inches and under. And we've had this train before. It's usually really popular. I know a lot of people love to get the, I was looking around. I don't know if we have any here. The shadow boxes and put the little trinkets in it. It's lots of fun. So my grandma actually had a few of those shadow boxes, but you can put the little trinkets in it. It's lots of fun. So that is happening on February 7th. So you can do some shopping for minis. And the great thing about that is shipping is going to be quite reasonable because they're all tiny. And so you can bundle them. Starting today is peak of the week. Starting today? Is that starting today? Today's Tuesday, doesn't it? I was gonna say like tomorrow morning. Yeah, I was like, wait a second. Today's Tuesday. Starting tomorrow is peak of the week. Peak of the week. Wednesdays. Trish and Adored. That is happening tomorrow. Like I said, I should read it in my head before I read it out loud. It's all good. It's all good. And then we have the Niknax event, Fast Friday Freight, Leprechaun's Loot. That is happening February 13th. And that is all signed jewelry. So all jewelry that is signed. Whether that's signed with a country, signed with a maker. If it is signed, it will be sold. And Fast Friday Freight is every 15 minutes. So every 15 minutes, it's a new seller, which keeps it fast paced and lots of fun. We have Romancing the Relics, which is happening February 14th, and that is a Hidden House store and Knick-Knack Janny-Mack. So that will be on Valentine's Day, which will be a fun way to spend Valentine's Day if you've got nothing else to do, like me. We also have a seller showcase, which is February 27th. That will be the seller showcase, which also lands on Handmade Market, which we're still trying to figure out when it goes. When me go back up? Valentine's Day. What am I supposed to be reading? Oh, I'm getting distracted. I'll have questions. Okay, so yeah, so we encourage handmade sellers to get involved. See, I made it small again, and now I'm doing one of these. So we encourage handmade artists to get involved in the seller showcase. And then we got the newbie train, February 28th. So we have a lot coming up here in February. And I told Christina this morning the easy way to update the calendar on our new website. So we're gonna get that updated, and it should be pretty. It's actually easier than she thought it was. So I think it should be a quick swap over, and we'll have that updated. Shout out and reminders. Darling Creations. She had a wonderful show selling fabrics on Niknax. I think that's awesome. I love seeing the fabrics on Niknax. I think that's great. So no Joann's, no problem. Buy it here on Niknax. Carlisle Antique Fest is May 8th through the 10th. Last I checked, somebody asked me the other day during my live sale, we have 127 registered vendors. I haven't checked since then. I should probably check. But we have 127, which is fantastic. And I want to encourage you guys, we're still looking for vendors if you are interested. Oh, were we up to 130? Well, let me check. Let's see. Was it 132? Listen, I'm shooting for 500, and I'm going to keep it at, I'm like, in my head, I'm like, what are we at? No, it's 128. We're at 128. I've got one sitting out there too. I got to approve. So yes, 128. Christina's making up numbers. 128. So yeah, so we are still looking for vendors. If anyone's interested in being a vendor, we would love to have you. We have such an awesome, like we have a really fantastic mix of stuff. I'm so excited. You know, we've got mid-century, we've got primitives, we have handmade, we have jewelry. It is incredible. Yes. Okay, Christina is sick. So for all of you that are like, oh wow, the notes, Christina is not feeling well, so she deserves all the credit for even having notes today. But yeah, so we have like a huge mix of like vendors, and I think it's gonna be so awesome to have such a variety, you know, to have so much cool stuff. And I think what's awesome about that is like you might not even realize that you're attracted to some sort of like style or something, and you're just walking around and you see something and you're like, I have to have it. And yes, we do. We have vintage clothes. Yeah, and you know, one thing I'm really excited about is we have, I think, 1 or 2 vendors who do the repurposed quilts that like into clothes and into like the crossbodies and stuff. We had a few of those apply, and I'm like, yes, I love those so much. And I've ordered a couple off of Etsy, and then I got them, and I'm like, oh, I don't really like the fit or whatever, and it's so much better to see them in person. So we have a couple of those. Yeah, and then yeah, it's gonna be so cool. It's gonna be so cool to have so much variety. And I think that's really what I was going for. I didn't want like any particular, like, we're doing all glass, because you guys know I'm known for like glass and MCM and like vintage. And I really wanted that variety, and that's really what we're attracting. And I think that's so cool. So if you guys are interested in vending, if you know anybody who would be interested in vending, we're still looking. And I mean, we'll be looking up until a week or 2 weeks. I even suggested like up until the day of, if somebody was to pull up and be like, hey, I want to be a vendor, be like, okay, well, we got spots. If we've got spots, we've got, you know, that might be a little stressful, but I don't think I'd be opposed to it if somebody was like that bold to be like, I'll sit up on the day of. Yes, building tea. I know, right? I'm excited to be in building tea, maybe, because I kind of made the decision that I might be a vendor in building tea. And that's a little crazy. But yeah, so hopefully you guys can come out and hang out with us. Yeah, May 8th through the 10th. That's when it is. There was a little confusion. A lot of people were like, oh, well, I have to be in Brimfield. I can't do both. We've got vendors who are setting up in Brimfield and also in Carlisle. Friends of mine who are like, yeah, that's awesome, because we can do your show and then we can hit the road and we can be in Brimfield. And so, you know, it's actually 2 shows in a row and double their money. You know, they pack up the car, be at one show, be at the next show. And it works out pretty great. So they can be at both, because our show is Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then they can pack up, they can travel. Brimfield is 5 hours away, you know, so you could travel that evening, or even travel Monday. Brimfield kicks off on Tuesday. And then of course the field's open at all different times all throughout the week. So even if you're not a vendor until later in the week, you know, it works out. So, yeah, so it kind of works out nicely. And if you love antiquing and you want to take like a whole week of antiquing, you can do Carlisle Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then like me, because I'm going to be in Brimfield, you can travel to Brimfield and do Brimfield as well. It makes for a great week of antiques. So yeah, so you can visit our website, Carlisle Antique Fest, if you would like to apply to become a vendor. Also, if you'd like information just about visiting the area. But all that is out there. There's a Facebook page as well, so you can check that out. Oh, it looks broken on the web. Hey Sage, did you update the seller spotlight? Okay. Someone's saying it looks broken. Can you check it? It looks broken on the website. Yeah, I don't know if it's not displaying right. Can you refresh and just check it out? Where's the, well, on Saturday I did talk to Big Hill Cider, and I think we might be doing some sort of thing over there on Saturday evening. So that is the plan. We don't want to like inundate them, but that might be the plan. All right, so if anyone has any more questions, send them to the end. I can answer questions. I will have time. Let's see. Contact. If you have any technical questions, payout questions, asking updates, support, all of that, you can send that to support@district.net. Questions about community, selling, buying, marketplace questions, reporting guideline violations, all of that can go to community@niknax.net. And then event related stuff can go to Christina@niknax.net. I have been absolutely swamped. I've been absolutely bogged down with inquiries about applications. I'm going to be honest with you guys, I can't even get to them all anymore. We have so many people wanting to get into Niknax. They're coming to my DMs, they're coming to my email, they're going to Christina's email, they're going to community@niknax.net. At this point, I have to tell you, we will get to applications when we get to applications. We are inundated. We are inundated with applications. We are doing our best. Christina said something to me this morning. She's like, maybe you should just stop telling people to DM you, because we're getting messages everywhere. And yeah, we are doing, and I'm going through them. I would show you the applications that I'm receiving, but also that would be like kind of an invasion of like people's privacy, I feel like. But yeah, there's just so many applications coming through, and Christine's like, well, why don't you just start declining the ones that aren't putting in all the information? And I'm like, I feel bad. Okay, here's the truth. The truth is I feel bad declining applications. Like, it takes a lot for me to decline an application. So a lot of the times I like look at it and I'm like, they didn't answer the questions, and I'm just like, I'm just gonna skip this one. Go to the next one. I think Christina goes in and she's like, why are there so many applications that are like, well, yeah, so we do have a lot of applications, and then they just get, but I will tell you, I got them down to like 1,700. We were up to close to 1,800, and I got them down to 1,700. So that was no, it's not immediate. So I think that's part of the problem, is a lot of people are like, I applied a week ago, why am I not being approved? We've had people who have been waiting 6 months. We've had people who have been waiting a year. The point is, you need to fill out this application like you are applying for a job, because we take great pride in our sellers here on Niknax. We want to be a strong community, and we want our buyers to have a good experience. And some other selling platforms have just opened the floodgates, and there's scams, there's people selling stolen merchandise, there's people selling knockoffs. It's just like, it's insane what's happening over there. And we're trying to have a little bit more of a controlled environment here on Niknax. We also care a lot about our buyer to seller ratio. So what that means is, we want our sellers to succeed. We want them to have a good experience here on Niknax. We want to make sure we have the buyers to support the number of sellers that we have. So sometimes they'll maybe slow down on approving new sellers. Not just new sellers, but new sellers in certain categories. If we have too many clothing sellers, I might slow down on approving clothing sellers. If we have too many jewelry sellers, I'll slow down on approving jewelry sellers. So there's a lot that goes into the process of approving new sellers. A lot of thought that goes into it. But it is worth the wait. I will tell you, it's worth the wait. We have a lot of sellers who have been very successful, who have put the work in. I mean, that's very important. We have a lot of sellers who haven't put the work in and they've given up and they've thrown a fit and they've walked away. But a lot of sellers who have put the work in, who have reached out for help, who've tried to put the work in, who haven't seen the results, who've asked for help from the community and seen results, yeah, so there is a little bit of a wait time, but I think that it's worth it, personally. I mean, I might be a little biased because I don't Niknax, but it's a great community, for sure. All right, I think we're almost done with notes, and then I will have time for questions. In fact, we are done with notes. So if you have any questions, now's the time. Why, thank you very much. I wanted to remind everybody that if you are experiencing glitches, please report them to support@district.net. There was a lot of talk about glitches in the seller chat. I think it was in one of the chats. If you are experiencing glitches, you need to send those glitches, the reports, to support@district.net. It doesn't need to go in the chats. Just send it off to support@district.net. I don't think District is like actively looking in our chats, so talking about glitches in the chats really doesn't do us much good. If you have a glitch, you need to send it to District because they're not looking through our chats. All right. I don't know the answer to that about it being more Android seller friendly. Is there a forum for Q&A? It depends on the questions, but we do have our chat channels where you can ask questions, but it depends also on the questions. I do not know when the sign up for the Fenton train will be, but the announcement will be under announcements when it is time. So make sure that you have your notifications turned on. Gosh, I hate when I wear not black because I can't read. I even thought about that when I put this sweatshirt on this morning. I'm like, I'm not going to be able to read the questions because I'm going to be wearing gray. You've waited. What is it you need help with along the trail? Print shipping labels directly from our phone. That is a question that I can't answer, but maybe somebody in the you sent me a DM. Well, that's the problem, that you sent me a DM, because I receive so many DMs at this point that I do not see them all. So I'm surprised you didn't get a response from support. Did you send an email to support@district.net? Okay. All right. Well, I will look through my DMs and see if I can find that message. Not a solution. Okay. That sounds about right. I'm not sure about that, Nadine. Yeah, it's the background of my shirt. Yes, and I have brought that up in the past. Okay. Great Eye Fine says, posting sign up for Once Upon a Box train at 5 p.m. Eastern today. It's the 28th through the 1st, 2 days, 1 hour slots. Fantastic. Maximalist Monica says, I am able to share the label using AirDrop from my computer to my phone. Maybe that's an option. Sellers buy it now and have to go all the way out back in. Maureen, can you report that to district, please? Maybe shake your phone to report it. Okay. Does anybody have any questions for me? Um, that would be a question for district. I would definitely send that vintage vibe. I'd send that email to district. Get that on their list. Yeah, so if you, as far as will there be a 3-day pass for Carlisle, if you purchase, like maybe you go in as an early bird on Friday, that pass is good for the whole weekend. You wouldn't have to like purchase it again. Like we're getting wristbands, so you would get your wristband, and it would be good for the whole weekend. What should we do with district? Let me know because I will escalate it. Oh, Pete, fantastic. Oh, is there a way? I'm not sure what that means. I'm not sure what you mean by that. I think you did. Yeah, I think you did because I think I said, "Oh, I'm getting this for Juliet," and then I'm wearing it. Surprise. I will say the sleeves are a little bit short, but a 250 trade. Who, me? I had a 4-hour long event the sale the other day. That was enough for me. I would love for oh, I see what you're saying, Larissa. I would love to have it be a twice a year event. And actually, the the Carlisle Fairgrounds was asking me if I wanted to lock in for fall, but I told them I was like, let's just see how spring goes. And so, depending on how spring goes, we might lock in for fall. But I just really want to see how things go and how stressful it is. And you guys know I've never done a show before, but I know I'm going to learn a lot from doing it for the first time. So um, if it's a success, I don't really know what that means for me, but we'll definitely do a fall show. Yeah, learn and grow. I mean, I don't even really know. Like, there's really nothing that could happen that can't be fixed. If somebody shows up and I don't know, something's wrong with their site, we just move them to a new site. I don't know. I mean, I don't. Anything that happens could be fixed. Really, you know. If they show up and they don't set up the tent, we move people under the pavilion or we give them spots in the building. I don't know. I mean, we could fix whatever happened. We can fix it. So I'm not too stressed about it. You need a cup of coffee. Yeah, it'll be fine. I've got a great team, and I think the fact that the fairgrounds is so they've been so helpful, and they're excited about it. I think it's going to be successful. all I ask is that everyone bears with me, knowing that like I'm doing my best. We're gonna make it work. What I love about it though is like a lot of the vendors are friends of mine, are viewers, or people who know me, and I feel like it's just like a gathering of friends and people who share the same passions, and I think it's just going to be a great thing. Oh, paperweight show question above. Was it when we're going to have? No, we don't have a time frame yet. We don't have a time frame yet. If we were, I would have to start collecting more paperweights because I just have like a little small section. Normally, I think I told you guys the last time, the way the paperweight scheduling works is I start picking up paperweights, and once I get to a certain space on the shelf, like once I reach the blue line, that's when I'm like, it's time for a paperweight show, and I'm not there yet. I only have a little bit, but I'll start. Yes, huge shout out to Claudine. Claudine deserves a shout out. She did a sale every day for January. I mean, I did a sale every day for a week, and I was like, oh, yeah, that was fun. Like every day, that is impressive, right? Huge shout out. Everybody throw up that confetti. She rocked it. Rocked it. I saw a question. Is George is not coming to spring. He has a prior engagement that he does every year. He goes to what is it, Antique Stock, I think it's called. He goes there every year. And so that just happens to fall on the same weekend. So he won't be there. But I think we're going to do a live together. Prior to that, we had talked about maybe doing a live together and just talking about what it is to be a vendor and to set up an event, and kind of, talk to people about, especially since a lot of folks who are setting up, it's going to be their first event. So George offered to like go live and just talk about it. And so I think we're going to do that together. We're going to be in Mount Dora in February at the same time, staying at the same place. So I think that's like the perfect opportunity to, get together and chat together. So I think that'll be good. So yeah, George is amazing. He's been a good friend for a lot of years. He's one of the real ones for sure. For sure. And I'm just so happy that he's on the mend and he's feeling better. Because we were supposed to meet, and I'll never forget, he called me and he's like, I'm not gonna make it there. And I was like, what? That was last year on the way to Florida, and he called me like I had to turn around. I'm like, what? So it's been a straight year, a long year. And that was the same time Mom was diagnosed. So it was Mom and George at the same time. Kind of crazy. Yay! Yes, George is an absolute wealth of knowledge. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy what he knows. And it's so interesting. Anybody else have any more questions for me? Oh, to the new website? It's just niknax.net. You just type that in your web browser, niknax.net, and it'll bring it right up. It's the same website. Is thrifting and flipping beginning a fad? I don't know. I've been doing it for 15 years. No, I'm in the same place. I'm not sure if it's beginning a fad. I mean, I think it's been a fad for a while. I'm not sure what you mean by not district. I mean, Niknax.net is the website. Sorry, the chat's moving fast now. I think that's awesome, Melanie. Take that leap. Niknax is the place to do it because everybody here is very kind. And if they're not, then I will come down on them and tell them to be nice. Oh, that's right, the guidelines. Okay, all right. Let me show you guys real quick. I did add guidelines to the new website. Let me show you guys real quick. Okay, so I did add guidelines here. Niknax.net, that's the website. And then if we go here under About, and you scroll down, Community Guidelines. It's right here. View Community Guidelines. Look. No promoting other marketplaces, community conduct, cancellations, returns and refunds. No negative sale impact. So all of your guidelines are here. Not all, I shouldn't say all of them. I'm still updating them, so I did put view full community guidelines down here. Where is seller application? It would be right up here, right under that is rad. Apply to sell. I mean, that wouldn't be on your, obviously, she's not hanging out on your street, but right there. Apply to sell. Oh, actually, wait, hang on. Here, down at the bottom. Also here, apply to sell on Niknax. And then what else was I going to say? Oh, yeah, so I was going to update the guidelines because, what was I going to say? I was going to update the guidelines. Oh, because I don't have time to write everybody a warning anymore when you do something you're not supposed to. I just don't. I feel like if you're selling on Niknax, in the approval, I'm gonna actually show you. I think I've showed you guys this once before. Sometimes. Okay. I'm gonna show you guys real quick. This is what the approval email looks like. It is just I'm gonna show you. This is what everybody gets when they're approved to sell, okay? Congratulations, you've been approved to sell on Niknax. And look, I have a misspelling that I've been sending out to everybody for gosh knows how long. And why is it just now telling me that? Anyway, so here, everybody gets the guidelines, right? Here is a direct link to the guidelines, okay? You must review the guidelines before you begin listing. Our guidelines can be found under the Niknax information tab. And if you list and sell on Niknax, it is assumed that you have read and agreed to the guidelines. We do not allow sellers to promote other marketplaces or selling platforms, including links to your profile. All right? So it's all right there. It is assumed that you have agreed to the guidelines. All right? So, that being said, I can't tell everyone, like, hey, you broke the guidelines. I'm going to ban you from chatting, or I'm going to remove your live selling, or I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do that. I feel like you should have read the guidelines. It's assumed that you are selling on Niknax. You should understand the guidelines. If suddenly you can't do something, you should probably refer to the guidelines. Is that asking too much? Am I, should I mean, like, honestly, we're kind of a small team here, and I feel like I don't have the time to be sending everyone a message and being like, hey, this is blah, 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 blah. I feel like everyone should understand the guidelines. We're all adults here, right? Okay. So I think, I think the verbiage on the guidelines needs to be updated, that you may not receive a written warning. you may just suddenly be not. But one thing that Christina and I did talk about, and I think that this is important, that as we've grown, we need to set up like an actual structure to, okay, if you are suspended, you are suspended for a week. Or if your chat is turned off, you are turned off for a week. A timeline to the actual disciplinary things that happen. We do kind of have to narrow that down because we're growing, and just taking action and not having a timeline is not really an option anymore. No, we don't have giveaways on Niknax. Why can't we? Is that the question? Why can't we have giveaways? It's not a bad question. So when I started Niknax, one of the things I really didn't like about Whatnot was the giveaway goblins, and that's what we'll call them. Is all of the people that came to my sale on Whatnot expecting that I was going to give them something. And it was like, if I didn't have a giveaway, it was like, yeah, where's the giveaway? Why aren't you giving stuff away? It's time for a giveaway. Where's the giveaway? Oh, that's not a good enough giveaway. And it was so obnoxious because it's like, I'm not here to give you things. I'm here to sell stuff. This is a selling platform. And so when I started Niknax, and I was like, I don't want to do giveaways. And the other thing is that giveaways attract a crowd that just want stuff for free. And that's not what we're doing here. We're running a business, and we want to sell stuff. We don't want people here who just want free stuff. We want customers. We want people who are coming here to buy things. And if people are coming here because they just want free stuff, that's not the crowd we want on Niknax. So that's 2 reasons why we don't do giveaways. Occasionally for an event, we will have a special giveaway, but we do not have giveaways turned on here on Niknax. Other marketplaces do have giveaways, and they're more than welcome to do their own thing. But I just don't really like the mentality or the or what it attracts, I guess. It's just, I don't want that crowd, I guess. So that's why we don't have giveaways on Niknax. The goblins. And so that being said, we talked a little bit about Mr. Beast doing those massive giveaways over on Whatnot. He's doing these huge giveaways, attracting loads and loads and loads of people looking for freebies. And are those people going to stick around looking for giveaways and free stuff? Probably. And they're going to go into sales like, where are the freebies? Why aren't you giving stuff away? And so all of those sellers are going to be inundated with people wanting free stuff. Yeah, there might be some people that want to buy stuff, but he's going to bring hundreds of thousands of people that want free stuff. So hope those sellers are ready. It's going to be fun over there. Free cattle. Start giving away cattle. Yeah, free giveaways don't attract loyal customers. Exactly. So any more questions? Because I'm going to hop off of here, I think. You're here today for the free snacks. Absolutely, of course. Yes, art hangouts every Thursday is the art hangout. I missed the question. Why do we ask questions about? Oh, where? It's info@carlisleantiquefest.com. That is the email for that. info@carlisleantiquefest.com. But that being said, we will only answer questions about Carlisle Antique Fest. So if anyone's asking about their application for Niknax, we're going to ignore it. Okay? That is only for questions about Carlisle Antique Fest. Notifications. Will the bell icon come back to Niknax? I don't know. I will ask that. Bell icon. Oh my gosh, Connie's Creations. Tell me about it. You are very welcome. All right, let's see. I don't know where the bell went. I'll have to ask. I'll have to ask. All right. I don't use the bell because I get all the notifications. I think I have like over 70,000 district notifications. Like if I was to like open up my phone and look at it, like you know how you have like your little notifications, like your text, you have like 3 texts waiting and like 5 phone calls. I have over 70,000 district notifications when I open up my phone. So I don't use the bell. And so that's why I didn't notice. You were asked and you were told the bell was not set up. Okay, so maybe that's something we have to put on the new website. Um, let's see. For 3 days, and they don't ship within 3-day requirements. Is that legal? It is legal to hold items for more than 3 days. It is against guidelines, though. So if you want to let us know that items are being held for longer than 3 business days, you can report it. You can actually, I would say, report it to district, and you can CC community at niknax.net. So we know district still counts weekends and holidays as shipping days. We do not. But it's business days. It's our guidelines are business days. They are business days. Did the follows go away? I also don't know the answer to that. Do they not show up anymore? We don't have the interface for the bell. Who did you talk to at district? Like, I have these little post-its and you guys are asking so many questions and I'm like, all right, thank you. You know what, I'll bring it up. I have my district meeting after this, so I'll ask about the bell. It could just be since we transitioned to the new website that it's not set up, and that could be something on my end that I just didn't know that I could make a change and get it put back on. It could be something really simple. So let me just write that down. Bell notification. I think maybe they can fix it for us. Oh, it was Ivan. Okay, so he would know what he's talking about. Yeah, I had to jump in. Okay. All right. Yeah, the chat is gone um after the live is done. So chat is gone. So if you see something in the chat that you want to remember, you'd have to screenshot it. Um, but for those of you who are over on Facebook and YouTube that can't hear Christina, she is doing a voice in, so you guys can't hear her. And you're like, why is she just sitting there drinking her coffee? It's because Christina is voicing. We've talked about this scan sheet in the past, and I know it's something that's on their list of things to do, but it's not done yet. Yeah, our mailman looks at us every time we're like, "Here's a whole wagon," and he's like, "Thanks." No, I had a notification on my security camera. All right. I think I got my tax information via email, and it was through Stripe, right? Was that through Stripe? Yeah, and it came through email. I will never wear gray. I'm actually gonna take my sweatshirt off so I can read your questions. I know everyone on Facebook and YouTube. I'm surprised we're actually holding count, actually, because people over on Facebook or YouTube are like, "Well, I should just sit in there." You guys are still watching me, though. I don't know. Maybe when I'm like those weird TikTok things where they're like, "Whatever, we're just gonna watch her sit there and drink her coffee." This is the one Juliet always steals. I do have to leave in 5 minutes. I have a meeting. I'm just saying, I don't have much time left. Miss Wildlife has a question. What is the question? We do not have scan sheets, no, unfortunately. Whoa. Ew, whoa, Lori, that's not even a real question. Go on. That was that was Honeybee. That was Miss World. Are you going to sell three? Depends on which ones are you asking. Do I need a card? You do not need a card scanner. I think it would be helpful if you did have a card scanner. But actually, newer iPhones can do the tap. Like if you were just to have a processing thing on your phone, I think that you can actually process cards. And you might be able to do like Venmo, I think. I don't know. I don't know. That would be a question. But I'm saying like if you were at the show and you wanted to do like card processing, I think that like a contemporary phone can actually do like tap payments. Like you could take somebody's payment with your phone without having a you could just do a tap and you could take their payment. I don't know how that works. I don't know. I don't know. I just think people I've seen it happen before. I know. With Square. Okay, there you go. With Square. I don't know the answer to that either. Which MCM? It depends on which MCM. Well, I have a couple different blue lamps. That's why I was confused which ones. Miss Wildlife, send me a message and I will look for it because I have a couple different blue lamps. I know the reverse paint, the skinny one. Oh, I love those lamps. Those lamps. Um, yeah, send me a message. Yeah, I love those lamps. I bought those for myself, and then I was like, oh, okay, it's time to move them along. The ones with the swirl, the white swirls and the speckles on them, the ones that are on the floor at the shop. All right. Well, on that note, I've got to go because I have another meeting to run to. But thank you all for being here. This is a great coffee chat. We talked about a lot of stuff today. Um, and yeah, if you guys have any more questions, feel free to use the chat channels and any technical questions, anything like that, you guys can send them to support@district.net. There's also the community at Niknax.net for anything having to do with the community, relations between sellers and buyers, and all that sort of stuff. Events, obviously, but I would encourage you guys to use your chat channels if you have anything that you could tap into the community for answers. But on that note, we're going to do a raid. All right, let's see where we can go. Let's head off to how about cool and stuff? I don't think we've been there before, you guys. Here we go.